Today I'm here with Lydia Solomon. Hi Lydia, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I have a few questions, but before we get to that, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, sure. So I'm Lydia Solomon. I've served on the Radnor School Board for 12 years. I'm seeking election to my fourth term. I am a professional educator. I'm a school psychologist. I have also worked as a professor in the education department at Eastern University. Previous to that, I worked as an economist. But I think one really important piece is that I'm the parent of 3 students who've gone through the Radnor School District. And during that time, I served as the PTO president at the elementary level and the middle school level and the high school level. And when I first ran for school board, they kind of couched it like, oh, maybe, this could be your next promotion. And then I've been on the school board really ever since that point, and that brings us to today.
So in addition to being on the board, you're a school psychologist.
Correct.
What effects has COVID had on Radnor students, and how have you implemented helping Radnor students?
Yeah. So first of all, COVID was something that none of us asked for. And I really sympathize with parents who realized, that this was a big deal for their students, and they were concerned and advocating for their students' well-being. I totally get that. On the curriculum committee, and I should just stick that in there, I'm chair of the curriculum committee. I've served on the curriculum committee for all 12 years that I've been on the board. I'm incredibly proud of what we've done in this district. Both we have an innovative, challenging curriculum, but we have done it at a very reasonable price to the taxpayer. We have scrutinized where that money has gone to use the money for the best outcome for each student in the classroom. But so back to COVID, we have looked at in the spring, the curriculum committee asked for the administration to tell us exactly where are our students. And because we have many things in place to judge where students are, to look at their progress, their progress monitoring, their standardized testing, we have lots of tools. And so we were able to look at where we saw learning gaps, if we did, and then put together a plan on what we're going to do about it. So we did that in the spring. And we looked at, and it was interesting to note where the gaps were. It was in math, a little bit at the elementary level, but surprisingly not so much in reading. Mm-hmm. And I have theories about why that is, but that was what we found from the data. Then we used the government ESSA money. So that is the government money that was given to schools specifically to address educational loss from COVID. Radnor received almost $4 million in federal money for that. Use that money. First outlay was for technology to make sure every student that was going to be receiving instruction remotely had the technology they needed to do that. We implemented a tutoring programs, mental health supports that are part of the COVID money that we're funding to address, any kind of residual problems that students are facing or stresses from that. We've used it for our early learning academy. We've targeted specific children, getting them absolutely ready for kindergarten program when they start. I'd like to also just add, we use a buzzword for everything that I've just described, which is MTSS. And it's a very progressive sort of state-of-the-art educational theory where you encompass the whole child, which includes the academic, but also the social emotional pieces. And what's powerful about it is that it's not just then geared at special ed students or gifted students, or it's geared to the whole student community. So every student is part of it, is individualized, and their needs are met through a comprehensive. That's the key to it, is that it's a comprehensive way of looking at student achievement.
That sounds amazing. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you would like to add to share with the community?
Yeah, I thank you for asking that. I would like to say to the community that it's been absolutely my honor and privilege to serve you in this way. I take it very seriously that you've entrusted me with this responsibility. I make decisions not on a political or partisan basis. I make them by listening to all different groups and then deciding what is best for the whole community of students and move forward in the best way with that. Also looking at, taking care of where we use our precious resources, our money, and making sure we get the best educational outcome for our precious resources. So I ask for your support. Thank you.